The clash between JRR Tolkien, the legendary author of The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, and the Walt Disney Company, the entertainment conglomerate known for its iconic animated films, is a tale of two creative giants at odds. But they do not come without their differences. While Tolkien's works were celebrated for their depth, complexity, and rich mythological world building, Disney's animated adaptations are beloved for their whimsy, charm, and mass appeal. This video serves to delve into the reasons behind Tolkien's disdain for Disney, exploring the historical context, creative differences, and the personal convictions that fuel this literary feud. First off, it's probably no real news to you to hear that J.R.R. Tolkien is widely regarded as one of those influential authors of the 20th century. His novels, The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings, have captivated readers for generations with their intricate narratives, vivid imagery, and profound themes. Tolkien's meticulous attention to detail, linguistic expertise, and immersive world building set a standard for the fantasy genre that few have matched. Meanwhile, the Walt Disney Company, founded by Walt Disney, revolutionized the animation industry with its innovative techniques, memorable characters, and timeless storytelling. Disney's animated films such as Snow White and Seven Dwarfs, Cinderella, The Lion King have enchanted audiences of all ages and cultures, earning critical acclaim and commercial success worldwide. And of course, Disney's influence extends beyond animation to encompass theme parks, merchandise, media conglomerates. So what caused the beef between Tolkien and Disney? Well, Tolkien's disdain for Disney can be attributed in part to their divergent creative philosophies. While Tolkien approached storytelling as a serious literary endeavor, imbuing his work with mythic depth, moral complexity, and philosophical resonance, Disney prioritized entertainment value, marketability, and broad audience appeal. Tolkien viewed fantasy as a means of exploring profound truths about human nature, morality, and human condition. And he viewed Disney's productions as often oversimplified and sanitized narratives for mass consumption. For more context, Tolkien, who was a scholar of Anglo-Saxon and Norse mythology, valued the integrity of folklore and fairy tales, drawing inspiration from ancient legends, epics, and folklore traditions. In contrast, Disney's adaptations of classic fairy tales often veered from their darker, more nuanced origins and sanitized and romanticized the source material to fit a more family-friendly mold. Tolkien perceived Disney's approach as trivialization of cultural heritage and a distortion of the original tale's thematic depth and moral ambiguity, which you can see when we get into commercialization and merchandising. Another point of contention between Tolkien and Disney was their divergent attitudes towards commercialization and merchandising. While Disney embraced merchandising as a lucrative extension of its brand, saturating the market with toys, clothing, and theme park attractions based on its intellectual properties, Tolkien was wary of commercial exploitation and sought to maintain artistic integrity over his creations. Tolkien's reluctance to commodify Middle-earth clashed with Disney's profit-driven ethos, and this definitely became a real conversation when they discussed the adaptation of Tolkien's works. The adaptation of Tolkien's works into other media, including film, television, and video games, has been a subject of debate among fans and scholars. Tolkien expressed skepticism about the fidelity of cinematic adaptations, fearing that they would dilute the complexity and subtlety of his narratives. Disney's animated films, with their whimsical tone and stylized animations, seemed particularly ill-suited to capture the epic scope and somber tone of Tolkien's writings. It's worth noting that Tolkien's disdain from Disney may have been colored by personal biases and prejudices. Tolkien, a traditionalist with conservative leanings, may have viewed Disney's commercialized, mass-market approach to storytelling as emblematic of the cultural decline and artistic degradation that he had warned of. Additionally, Tolkien's British upbringing and academic background may have predisposed him to dismiss Disney's Americanized populist sensibilities. But despite Tolkien's reservation about Disney, the popularity and cultural impact of Disney's animated adaptations really can't be denied. Disney's films have introduced countless viewers to the world of fantasy and inspired generations of artists, writers, filmmakers. Like, we don't really think about it, but the biggest fantasy stories that basically everyone knows around the world are Disney's. And while Tolkien may have disapproved of Disney's interpretations of classic fairy tales and folklore, the truth is that Disney's promotion of literacy, imagination, and creativity can't really be overlooked. This is a company with some of the most well-known IPs in the world. And that's why really this is not a hit piece on either of these figures and their legacies. Both J.R.R. Tolkien and the Walt Disney Company have definitely left indelible marks on popular culture and the collective imagination. Tolkien's Middle-earth saga continues to resonate with readers worldwide, inspiring adaptations, fan fiction, scholarly analysis, and cultural references, much like the video I made on why Tolkien hated Dune. Likewise, Disney's animated films remain cherished classics, most of them anyway, maybe not as many of them anymore, but classics that are cherished by audiences of all ages for their timeless appeal and universal themes. If they can get together, maybe they will actually see a lot more of that kind of success. And so while Tolkien and Disney may have clashed ideologically, their contributions to the world of storytelling are undeniable. And if you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Now you know why Tolkien hated Disney.